Hey guys, it's Lainey, and today we are doing a book review. The book I am reviewing today is Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. You guys requested me to review this book after I read it for Two Fab Sisters' 24-hour readathon. Let's get started. So what's this book about? It is about our main character, who is an unnamed narrator, who lives his life kind of, he needs some he needs some sparkle. He needs some excitement in his life. He works in an office job, 9 to 5 type of deal, where he also is an extreme insomniac. He has this thing where he goes to different support groups for alcoholism, cancer, etc., even though he doesn't have cancer and he's not an alcoholic. After circumstances happen, he moves in with his best friend, Tyler Durden. And Tyler Durden is a character, he's very, very different than our unnamed narrator. He makes soap, which is kind of weird. And these two, after one night, they decide to make a fight club. This fight club is done in the basement of bars or in garages, back alley sort of deals, where guys like our unnamed narrator, who don't have that much excitement in their life, can let off steam and be a part of something. Little do Tyler and our unnamed narrator know that this fight club becomes a lot more than just a fight club. I mentioned this in my December wrap-up, that this book has the mother of all plot twists. I saw the movie starring Brad Pitt and Edward Norton before I read the book. I saw the movie years ago, and this plot twist completely blew my mind. I was not expecting it. It came out of left field. Just crazy. It was a crazy plot twist. Mother of all plot twists, in my opinion. If you're thinking about maybe picking up the book or maybe watching the movie, read the book first. You're going to want to experience this plot twist through words, and then you can watch the movie. Chuck Palahniuk's writing style is very different than books I've read. It's very fragmented, it's very confusing at times, it's very harsh and direct, and it just tells us a fascinating story. It is told in first person, and I really, really, really like this book. Our unnamed narrator's dialogue is mostly not done in quotes, and I know that is my biggest pet peeve, when dialogue isn't put into quote marks, but for some reason it just worked in this story. It worked, and it kind of really made it feel like he was telling the story to us, and he was saying what he was saying, and then he quoted what other people told him. So I really, really, really liked this book. Tyler Durden has become one of my fictional book boyfriends because he's just hot. What I really can appreciate in this book is the deterioration of our narrator's mind. I feel like I am going crazy with him between the fight clubs that are going on and Project Mayhem, which you're also not supposed to talk about, and I won't until the spoiler section. I was very, very surprised how many people didn't know what Fight Club was. I was reading this book at work, and when I brought it home from Books A Million, I'm like, Mom, I got Fight Club. I can't wait to read this book. And she's like, what's Fight Club? Or even like my coworker, what's Fight Club? And I'm like, I can understand if you aren't recognized with the book, because yeah, but they didn't know what the movie was. My mom did not know what this movie was. My dad did. He knew what Fight Club was. I was just completely blown away that no one's even heard of the movie. I'm like, you've never, first thing about Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. You've never heard that quote before. I feel like everybody's heard that quote before. So with that being said, I think I'm going to let you guys go, and then we'll reconvene after you read this book to discuss it. So it's no secret how much I love this book. I keep raving about it. It's my first Chuck Palahniuk book that I rated a 5 out of 5. It's just, I can't wait to read more of his other books, because he has this way of making such anti-heroic protagonists. Yes, that's what I love him. I think he's like he's a transgressional writer. So let's just start with the plot twist. what I didn't know that, I want to know if anybody else, whether you watched the movie first or you read the book first, did you realize that Tyler Durden and the unnamed narrator were the same person? I didn't. I did not know that. And I don't know if it was because I was like 15, 16 when I saw the movie. That part just blew my mind. Didn't know. When it was coming up, it was just icing on the cake. I knew it was coming. I wanted to know how it was revealed in the book, and it just perfect. It was perfect. What do you guys think about the narrator and Tyler Durden being the same person? I definitely felt the more we learned about Fight Club, the more we learned about Project Mayhem, the more I felt like I was just like dirty. I wanted to go take a shower. It was just so gritty and gross and highly illegal. And as you can see, there are so many good lines in this book. I absolutely love them. My now second favorite line in literature is, "This is your life and it's ending 1 minute at a time." That just like, it touched me. It touched my heart. Second favorite book quote ever. But there are seriously so many other good ones. We both use the same body, but at different times to describe Tyler Durden and the narrator's relationship. Even like this one, like, if you can wake up in a different place, if you can wake up in a different time, why can't you wake up as a different person? Just seriously, this book's perfection. Like, obviously, when I was reading the afterword, Chuck said that chapter 6 was actually the short story that started the novel as a whole. And even as I was reading chapter 6, I was thinking, this seems like it's definitely separate from what we just read. So when I learned that it was the short story that started the book, I was like, I can see it. I love the rules of Fight Club, and on the inside of the book, at least the copy I have, they have all the rules. When Project Mayhem was like in full swing of this book, I was like, how can this actually happen? How is this real life right now? I don't know. And yes, Tyler Durden is now one of my fictional boyfriends, even though he's technically the narrator as well. I felt like the setup of Tyler Durden's character was a different person altogether, and I loved the scenes where the narrator and Tyler were talking, even though technically it was just the narrator talking to himself or thinking to himself, or, you know, whatever. This is my discussion. I just want to gush and talk about how much I love this book. Just comment down below and tell me what you thought of it, and I'll just talk to you guys later. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!